And we are recording.
Okay. Start. Okay. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvigham Kuru Me Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhajaya Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurte Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Padyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sutishmati Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankara Acharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakatam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavatyapta Dehaji Dakshinamurte Namaha Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Sri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanvaham Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramum Varjadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. All of you please stand. M Brahma, please turn cameras. Sridhar, Rukmini is iPad, everybody. Please, okay. You chant the 6 shlokas now. Let's start from the first one. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Hari Om. Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Tesham Evanukam Partham, Ahamagnanajam Tamaha, Nashayamyatma Bhavasthaha, Jnanadipena Bhasvata, Jyotishamapi Tajyotihi, Tamasah Paramuchyate, Jnanam Jneyam Jnanagamyam, Hridi Sarvasya Vishtitam, Nahi Jnanena Sadrisham, Pavitramiha Vidyate, Tatsvayam Yoga Samsiddhaha, Kalena Atmani Vindati, Jnanena tu Tadajnanam, Yesham Nashitam Atmanaha, Yesham Aditya Vajnanam, Prakashayati Tatparam, Yathaidhamsi Samidhognihi, Bhasmasat Kuruterjuna, Jnanagni Sarvakarmani, Bhasmasat Kurute Tatha, Yasya Sarve Samarambhaha, Kamasankalpa Varjitaha, Jnanagni Dagdha Karmanam, Tamahu Panditam Budhaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Are you able to chant better as you proceed? Every class, when you are able to improve. And importantly, Naveen, we, all of you, try to get the meaning of the shloka in the mind. The next level for all of you, you want to progress in Gita studies, when you chant, now you focus on these 6 shlokas and the meaning is given, right? Slowly I'll expand it when you come to the particular chapter. Then what will happen? You'll be able to internalize while chanting the meaning. And then when you chant Hari Panavana, it will look very different. When you know the meaning and chant, it will look very different from simply chanting. Are you understand what I'm saying? So whenever you chant a poem or a shloka, have that, no? Learn that. Okay, very good. Now, let us start the class. Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita 𝐒𝐫𝐢 𝐊𝐚𝐫𝐭𝐡𝐢𝐤 Om Narayana Paro Vyaktat Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantaspi me lokaha Tattadvipacha Vedini Om. Let's stand 41, then 42 and 43. We will conclude by Bhagavan's grace, the 3rd chapter, and then we can lay the foundation for the 4th chapter today, if time permits. Okay. Always begin with the end in mind. Srini Swami, correct? Should know what you're going to do, at least before the class. Very good. Can somebody cut paste today's meeting note in the chat box. I discovered there is a small error. Correct it. Second chapter to third chapter. Somebody should also do some, checking, no? Can you see it? When you paste it, please place it in the third chapter, not the second chapter. Okay, now I know how many of you have read that particular concluding portion of the third chapter message. Let's stand now. Shloka number 41. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Tasmat Tvamindriyanyadau Niyamya Bharatarshabha Papmanam Prajahihenam 𝐒𝐫𝐢 Together. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Tasmat Tvamindriyanyadau Niyamya Bharatarshabha Papmanam Prajahihenam 𝐒𝐫𝐢 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So subject matter is Arjuna's question. Why is it that we end up doing Papa Karma even though we don't want to do? Lakshmi Ramu, your camera is reversed, I think. Okay, no, it's okay. Good. AtmaGnanam Venkataraman, NK Venkataraman, Barango, camera on. See that. Okay. So Arjuna's question was, why is it that we end up doing sinful deeds even if we don't want to do? What is the answer Bhagavan gave? Kama esha krodha eshaha rajoguna samudbhavaha maha ashanaha maha papma vidhihi enam 𝐒𝐫𝐢. These are the real enemies that we have. And so where are the enemies? Are they outside or inside? Where are the enemies? Enemies are inside us. So we should be able to start recognizing them and start working on them. And so Bhagavan then explained the Mahaswarupam of Kama and Krodha. We may think we don't have Kama, Krodha. We may think that we don't know Kama, no Krodha, when your actions come out and they depict something that is not warranted, the root goes back to Kama and Krodha. So Bhagavan says the first step, what is the first practical solution Bhagavan is giving? Bhagavan is saying that start restraining them. So important word in shloka number 41 is niyam. Yeah, underline. For every shloka there are one or two important words. So tasmat tvam indriyani adau. What is adau? Let us people remember. Adau means what? Adau na enna? Right at the beginning. Right at the beginning, in the opening batsman, Maria, some people think in the opening. Maybe T20, match is still influencing people. Opening batsman, okay. Opening batsman should not restrain. Opening batsman should go for shots in T20. Inge restrain panano. Okay. So, right at the beginning, nip it in the bud. No, write down. Nip it in the bud. The moment you solve the problem before it raises its hood, the better it is. Correct? So solution is nip it in the bud. And so what is the method to nip it in the bud? Can you every day say, hey Kama, Krodha, please sit in one corner. Na Madhu Harish Suprabhatam, correct? Please sit there. Sit like a child, no? You keep a child, please sit here and so you go and try to go to the kitchen. What it will do? It will go all over the place. Make havoc or not, have you not seen? As any small child, 2-3-year-old being able to make it sit in one corner? No way. Similarly, we are also like children, our mind goes on wavering. So what is the best method? Engage the mind. No, stay alert Kumar Ji. Mind alert alert it's the last stage. You have to engage the mind in the right direction. So when Bhagavan says, Ram Subbu, Suprabhatam, correct? Our sages, Sanatana Dharma. What is the unique contribution of Sanatana Dharma? Karma, write down. There are many religions, right? Many ways of life. In any of the ways of life is there mantras, chanting. Unique finding of rishis is by karma. By physical action, kayikam karma, vachikam karma, manasam karma, one can influence the mind. How many of you have felt that sitting down and doing prayers, chanting, japa, puja, dhyana, tirtha yatra, going to temple, does it not make our mind more pure? No, please share. This is an interactive class. Yes or no? So more and more you engage them, more and more you'll be away from kama and krodha. So simple solution. Don't need to try to control the mind. Controlling mind is impossible. Later Arjuna is going to have a lot of questions on this. Okay? Mind control So catch hold of something good, the bad will fall off. So what does it require? What does it require? Discipline. Discipline in basic steps. Most difficult, right? Discipline is easier, difficult. It is difficult, but that simply just build discipline. Now, where is our Raja Sagar today? Subhashita for the day. Raja Sagar is not present. Write down Subhashita for discipline. Right? Wonderful Subhashita is there. Write down. Okay. Videsheshu dhanam vidya. Vyasaneshu dhanam matihi. Paraloke dhanam dharmaha. Sheelam sarvatra vaidhanam. See? Vijayendra, you see what nice Subhashita given to us by our sages. What is the meaning of this particular shloka? Can somebody read this? See, what is wealth in different situations? Videsheshu dhanam vidya. Very applicable to all you NRIs. NRI is never returned to India. Correct? When you go there, what is the real wealth? Singapore is America. Videsheshu dhanam vidya. That means what? When you are in a different world, the real wealth is your knowledge, your education. Yes or no? If you are not well educated, if you are not knowledgeable, will you get a job? You cannot do, right? That is why land of immigrants. People in different countries come there because of knowledge. Enna Subramanian also see how many global people are there. Videsheshu dhanam vidya. Correct? If you carry Indian rupees, they won't even accept it. Look at the Guru Swami Krishna. If you take your Indian rupee in US, will they give you anything? You don't work. You don't work here. Correct? You don't work. Your vidya will work. You will get dollars. Correct? Then, if only money is enough, vyasaneshu dhanam matihi. When you are having difficulty, your intelligence, capability, analytical mind which can solve the problem is the wealth. Please understand, we think wealth is only money. Depending on what is wealth? Wealth is what can give you solutions, which can make you happy, which can make you peaceful. Subramanian, correct? Wealth na anna. Only money mentioned. But in our Sanatana Dharma, wealth changes the Swarupam depending on context. Correct? Dhanam 𝐒𝐤𝐤 𝐊𝐼u, dhanam 𝐒𝐿𝐈𝐢, dhanam vasuhu, dhanam indro brihaspatir varunam dhanamastu te. Veda mantra, Swamiji, Suprabhatam. So, dhanam 𝐒𝐤𝐤, dhanam 𝐊𝐼u, good air is dhanam. Good, see, in cold countries, if fire is not there, what will you do with money? Imagine your current breaks down in the US. What happens? All heaters go off. Now, Venkat Sitaraman, you will freeze to death, correct? With all the dollar notes, you cannot do anything. Yes or no? Correct? So, dhanam 𝐒𝐤𝐤. Veda, our rishis are told long back. So, all these things are dhanam. So, respect, what is wealth in the required situation. So, Videsheshu dhanam vidya satishore artha agtidya. Vyasana andreno kashta bandaga. Dhanam matihi. You should be very calm when you have got difficulties. First thing when difficulties come, Rutvij, no tension, only attention. That is when your brain should work properly. Vyasane dhanam matihi. Then with all these things, if I go to the next world, is next world guaranteed or not after this life? We got another life or not? We will go to some other world after death, correct? In the next world, nothing will work. Neither money will work, nor your intellect will work. What will work? All the dharma you have done only will work. Naveen V. Paraloke dhanam dharmaha. When you go to the other world, the dharma you did only will come with you to support you. Nobody will come to support. Nobody will come. So, all the songs, film songs. So dharma, invest in dharma. Then what? But anywhere you go, whether in difficulty or in other world or in other country, one thing that will be always a wealth. Sheelam sarvatra vaidhanam. Sheelam, discipline, right conduct, right thought, right action. Not powerful, Sheetal Radhar? How nice it is? That right conduct, right discipline, right way to speak, act, do everything is sarvatra vaidhanam. It is the greatest wealth that you can get. So Bhagavan is actually saying that in different way. Be disciplined in a daily activity. So morning we are doing from getting up in the morning. When you get up itself, Karagre Vasate Lakshmi, Bhagavan ulla poidno. Bhagavan should go into your mind. Bhagavan should take control of your mind, and throughout the day, different ways are there. Our rishis have put a beautiful timetable. Just follow it. No need to invent anything. No need to invent. Just open our shastras, what our rishis have told, which you are also teaching in Brahmavidya. Learn it. Clear? Are you all clear now? So when Bhagavan says niyamya, you cannot just keep on control. Niyamya means what? Put them in the right direction. Clear? So having said that, Bhagavan is now going to the next step. Please understand, this is the initial step. Have you read today's message? Please now digest that. That's what we're going to go through today. Next sloka, come. We'll chant now. Okay. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Indriyani Paranyahu Indriyebhyah Param Manaha Manasastu Para Buddhihi Yo Buddhev Paratastu Saha.
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Indriyani Paranyahu Indriyebhyah Param Manaha Manasastu Para Buddhihi Yo Buddhev Paratastu Saha.
Very nice chanting. Very nice. Let's chant together. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Indriyani Paranyahu Indriyebhyah Param Manaha Manasastu Para Buddhihi Yo Buddhev Paratastu Saha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, once again, Bhagavan is saying Ahuhu. Underline Ahuhu. Sundarama, Ahunana. They say, learned people say, no, great sages say, or Upanishads say, Pathingla. When Bhagavan himself is quoting only from other great people, what should we do? Follow our shastras. So, Bhagavan says, they declare, they means what? Our shastras, our rishis declare the sense organs are superior to sense objects. Please understand. We think sense object is attracting the sense organs. They seem to be more powerful. Correct or not? You look at sense object, they seem to overpower your sense organ. You understanding? Sense object na? The sense object for the sense organ called eye is Rupam. What is that? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandham. These 5 pentad are called sense objects. Shabdam na sound. Sparsham na touch. Clear na? Shabda, Rupam, eyes. For the eyes, the object. Then Rasam. Rasam na. Rasam, daily. Taste. Gandham, smell. So they are not, they think they are powerful. That kurkure is calling me to take it. So Bhagavan is saying, please recognize that your sense organs are more powerful than the sense objects. Then, we think sense organs themselves are powerful? No, the mind is more powerful than the sense organs. The mind is powerful, it has got capability. Oh, Anjaneyar Mari. You all know the story in the particular meeting that was kept, which Vanara can cross the ocean to go to Lanka, correct? Everybody was speaking. Anjaneya Swami is sitting silently, correct? Saturday, Anjaneya Swami, correct? The mind will be simply sitting, it's very powerful. Somebody has to wake it up. Your good thought, your good action should wake up the mind, make it more powerful. Mind is superior to the what? First the mind, then the intellect is more powerful than the mind. Then what happens? The mind can be controlled with the intellect. So mind is superior to sense organs. The intellect is superior to the mind. Then what? There is something more superior to the intellect. What is that? That is your Atma Tattvam, Radhika madam, correct. See, Atman is the most superior entity. Why? Because it is the one that gives consciousness. No. Brahmavidya, it gives consciousness, existence, and also the only entity which has got independent happiness. Please understand. Only entity which has got independent happiness is Brahma Tattvam or Atma Tattvam. Others are all called borrowed happiness. So, Satchidananda Swarupam, the Atman Brahman, is the most powerful. We discuss in the morning class, no? What discuss? It is Mahan. It is a Mahatma, Mahantam Vibhumatmanam Matva Dhirahana Shochati. Don't forget the morning mantra. Mahantam, it is the greatest among all. So slowly how Bhagavan is, pulling you out of the sense organs, making you focus. First, taking you out of sense object. Then says focus on the sense organ. Use the mind to control the sense organ. Use the intellect to control the mind. And use Atma and AtmaGnanam to control the intellect. So how nice it is? So Bhagavan is saying, initially restraint is okay. But over a period of time, as I said, the example of the food having poison, you remember? So the intellect is the most powerful entity that Bhagavan has given us. Yes or no? Mind. Do all the among all the Jiva Rashis. How many Jiva Rashis are there? How many different species are there? 84 Jiva Rashi, my Guruji used to say. Correct? So among all of them, the human being has been given this mind and intellect. And use your intellect. So if you don't use the intellect, what happens? What do you say? One who does not have intellect is equal to an animal. So Bhagavan is warning you, use the intellect. Use the intellect to know the Atma. Manasaivedam aptavyam nehananasti kinchana. Only by the mind you can know this particular Atma. Once you know the Atman, then what happens? Intellect, which was 50-50. 50 in the right direction, 50 in the wrong direction, will now be integrated with AtmaGnanam. So AtmaGnanam will drive all your actions. Anything you see will come from the AtmaGnanam standpoint. And so, what is the first vision that you get as AtmaGnani? There is no pleasure in any object in the world. Yes or no? Nah, Saraswati madam? Correct? So what happens? Automatically mind won't get drawn into anything. You know the point? So it's a process. Ramesh Venkatesh Munida, Bhagavan Mari systematic. First control the sense organs, right direction. Then use the mind, control sense organs. Then use the intellect, control the mind, and then the Atma. So where is Bhagavan ending finally? Atma, Atma, Atma. As you can see, Bhagavad Gita central theme is AtmaGnanam, Brahmagnanam. Others are only peripheral statement. So Bhagavan draws you back to the AtmaGnanam. Let's look at the Padavibhaga Anmaya. Indriyani. Indriyani Parani. Indriyani Parani Ahuhu. Indriyebhyaha Param Manaha. Manasaha tu Para Buddhihi Yaha Buddhehe Parataha tu Saha. Got the Padavibhaga Anmaya. Anmaya. Ahuhu Indriyani Parani Manaha Param Indriyebhyaha Buddhihi tu Para Manasaha. Para Manasaha. Then Yaha Parataha Buddhehe tu Saha. Clear? Got done? The PVA team. All of you should acknowledge what wonderful job PVA team is done. This is what they are doing. They will note down during the class, and then after the class, the text is ready. By magic, they will do it. Okay. So, who are not able to follow, then you can take the book from online. Okay. Now, is the PVA okay for this shloka? You got it? Somebody please acknowledge. I need to go forward. Now, okay, good. Now, Ahuhu Indriyani Parani. They declare, Ahuhu, it is being said. What? Said in the Upanishads. In the, what? Your sages, the Vedas, that they declare that the sense organs, Parani. To be superior is comparative. So you should supply what? All the Vishayaha, all the objects. So you should supply the object are greater than the sense objects. Clear, no? So one is called sense object, that is sense organ. So the sense Vishayam that is there, it's called Vishayam. Vishayam na sense object is called Vishayam. So Parani, that means what? The sense, actually the sense organs are more powerful than the sense object. Why? Sense object is Jadam. This is Jadama Liya. The Chaitanya guys got any consciousness? So at any point in time, let me give you this wonderful example. G.V. Kumar, you can either go in the right direction or wrong direction, yes or no? That the choice is left to you. That is why it's more powerful. You can use the mind for the right thing or for the wrong thing. Correct? Same, any object can be used nicely or for the wrong reason. For example, my Swamiji used to say, a knife which is very sharp can be used for two things. By a bad person to kill somebody, by a good doctor. Doctor Angraj, they are very sharp. Doctor. The operation பண்ற எக்யூப்மென்ட்லாம் வந்து ரொம்ப ஷார்ப்பா ஹீட் பண்ணி it has to be proper shape இருக்கணுமா இல்லையா மண்ணை எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. So the same activity is being done by doctor. He is also cutting but for curing, but that fellow is using it for injury. Please understand. So how you use it, that is the greatness of the mind. So Bhagavan says sense organs are superior to the sense objects, but what? Manaha, the mind is param indriyebhyaha, bhagavachana. So it's great, superior to the mind is superior to all the sense organs. Correct? Yes, sir. Are you getting the chain? Somebody write 1, 2, 3. Sense object, sense organ, then the mind. Param indriyebhyaha. Buddhi too. But do we stop at the mind level? The intellect. The intellect is indeed. Tukaram means indeed here. Tukaram. But the intellect here is what? Paramanasaha is greater than the mind. Yes or no? Meenakshi madam, your intellect is supposed to win over the... What is the difference between mind and intellect? Anybody can quickly say? Both are antahkaranam. Write down. Or antahkarana has got 4 aspects. Chitta, Buddhi, Manaha, Ahankara, all this is called Antahkaranam. Write down. Antaha Karanam is what? Karana means equipment. Antaha means that is inside. Our internal faculty is called Antahkaranam. The same thought wave is existing in 4 forms. The best, highest form is what? Buddhi. Chitta, Buddhi, Manaha, Ahankara. But the Ahankara comes automatically. You cannot do anything about Ahankaram. And the high consciousness. Then the Chittana and mind stuff. All the memory that you got is called now Chittam. Whatever you get good things, it will store. Bad things will store. Garbage in, garbage out. Mind is like your computer memory. Enna ulla anpuringlo vachiko. After it will replay later. Be careful. So the intellect is very important. You should know clearly what to allow inside. See, in Chandogya there is a mantra. Write down. Ahara shuddhau sattva shuddhihi. Sattva shuddho dhruva smritihi. One mantra is coming. Okay. In that, we say ahara shuddho sattva shuddhihi. Aharam doesn't mean only food. Uday sir, Punjagongo. Sudhakar Kaushik. Aharati di aharaha. Whatever is going into our mind through eyes, ears, nose. This is one big opening. Go inside. But many things are going in through the eyes, the ears, the nose. And the skin and all, that also is called aharam. So ahara shuddho sattva shuddhi means inputs, correct. Good input is called a good output. We say no, like that. Aharati write down. Aharati aharaha. So once you feed good things, then who will take decision? What should go inside, what should not go inside? Who should take the decision? Our intellect should take the decision. No entry la irukilla. India la no entry la. No entry vote poturom. Certain things we say no entry. Certain things we allow inside. Alva, Nagaraj avare, correct? No entry hodre enagatte? Police idkonತಾರೆ, correct? Fine katತಾರೆ. Adhe tara, if you go into no entry, you allow no entry to go inside the mind, then You are going to pay fine. The fine is a very severe fine. So the intellect has to be powerful enough. Then what happens? Superior to the mind. Then there is one and it is more superior to even the intellect. What is that? Yaha parataha. Did I do? Buddhihi tu para manasaha. Intellect is indeed more superior, more powerful than the mind. Yaha parataha. That which is superior. Parataha means comparative. So, yaha parataha. That which is superior. Buddhehe. To the intellect. Tu saha. Bhagavan just said is indeed that. What is that? Bhagavan has said saha, didn't say atma. Central concept is atma. Write down. The intellect may be powerful, but the atma tattvam, Shuddha Chaitanyam is more powerful than the intellect. Clear? No? Understood? That means what is Bhagavan's direction? Initially, discipline. Exactly is telling the Vedic way of life. By doing karma, you exercise restraint in right direction. Then to test whether your mind is not wavering, dhyanam is prescribed. Karma yoga, dhyana, upasana. Then when the mind is settled, sit down, study Vedanta Shastra, understand the Atman. And then after that what? There is no repeated exam. Once you get AtmaGnanam, you remember children, no? We all used to wait for the last exam in the final exam. Correct? That day is the most beautiful day when the final last exam, 12 subjects are Kadasi exam, relief, right? So much relief, right? Similarly, AtmaGnanam when you get, that is the last exam in your complete syllabus. Nandati. That's all. Whatever happens is what? Nam Guru ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ಅವರೇ ನಾಟಕ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಜನರು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನಾಟಕ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ನೋಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಸೊ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಡೂ when you go to drama you enjoy no you should enjoy yourself also you also an actor in this whole huge drama you laugh at yourself whatever happens keep moving Subramanian sir will be thinking easy to say sir it's not so easy Nanjindra Amma கொஞ்சம் ஒர்க் பண்ணணும் okay clear nice so finally Bhagavan is now concluding please understand Bhagavan wants to bring AtmaGnanam Atman the central theme again see I'll tell you the beauty of Gita nobody will explain this to you the goal is AtmaGnanam goal is Brahman but Bhagavan will say 90% other things last 5-10% come to Atma என்ன ராம் நாம் சுப்பு இல்லையா கரெக்டா பாத்தீங்களா கர்ம யோகம் பேசிட்டு கடைசியில் எங்க வந்திருக்காரு he is ending in AtmaGnanam and setting the foundation for the next chapter called what ஞான கர்ம சந்நியாச யோகா பாருங்க first karma yoga சொன்னாரு then he is going to say how a jnani by jnanam can do karma sannyasam so he wants to bring back what AtmaGnanam central picture beautiful shloka we'll chant now Sri Bhagavan uvacha evam buddheh param buddhva samstabhyatmanamatmana jahi shatrum mahabaho kamarupam durasadam
Shri Bhagavan uvacha evam buddheh param buddhva samstabhyatmanamatmana jahi shatrum mahabaho kamarupam durasadam.
Very nice. Let's chant the last shloka. And after that, we'll all chant together. Om Tat Sat. I don't need to teach you. You'll all learn it. Okay? Let's not waste time. Shri Bhagavan uvacha evam buddheh param buddhva samstabhyatmanamatmana jahi shatrum mahabaho kamarupam durasadam Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahmavidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna-Arjuna Samvade Karma Yogo Nama Tritiyodhyayaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So what is Bhagavan saying here? Hey Arjuna, Mahabaho, Underline the word. Mahabhava Pudintar. You are a very powerful guy. You can beat so many other external things. Hey Mahabhava, hey Arjuna. Thus knowing the Atman. So Bhagavan is saying one should know the Atman. Nothing la. Did Bhagavan say you can go and unite with Atman, you can go to Vaikuntha Loka and Bhagavan could have told, no? Kumarji, all of you please come to Vaikuntha. I will invite you there and give you moksha sonnara. Na Ushaya na sonnara. Ingiye ippave ihache davedhi tata satyamasti. Here and now, when you are living on the earth, Bhulokattale Bhuloka Vaikuntham. Wherever you are Jnanam, Jnani is there, Bhuloka Vaikuntham. You don't travel from here to here, no, Kailasam or Vaikuntham for all this Jnanam. Vedanta Shastram you study and know the self, know the Atman. Here, are you all getting a glimpse of Atman? Like Paramaguru, Swamiji has written a wonderful book. I'll give that book to all of you, all people, I'll give you one day. The Vision of Atman, no book is there. The Vision of Atman. Beautiful. Vision of Atman. Beautiful. Okay. So, know the self, knowing the Atman, which is beyond the intellect. So, something has to be more powerful than the intellect, which is a substratum of everything. Know that Atman. And with that, what happens? Steady the mind. Pathingla? Radha Krishna said, mind steady. Steady the mind. What? Steadying the mind with the mind. Exactly what? The higher mind, which is sanctified and called the Atma Tattvam, should steady the lower mind, which is going to different directions. Yes or no? Correct? So that which is going should be steadied. And then conquer this elusive enemy, seemingly unconquerable, always escaping. What are they? The key is the desire that is taking the wrong desires, which is the elusive enemy of the individual. You should conquer it. Conquer na. Not like something taking, hitting somebody. Your own intellect has to work and make sure it is erased from your system. That means what? Good desire will remain. Whenever bad desire arises, what should do? Nip it in the bud. I'll tell you one nice thing, because mind will always be, Chanchalami Manak Krishna. Later Bhagavan, Arjuna is going to ask Bhagavan. This mind is always, volatile. It is always moving. What to do? Immediately, my suggestion to all of you, Meenakshi Madam, all of you, change the subject. We say, whenever there is some tiff between husband and wife or some people, what do you say? Let's change the subject. For a moment, let's drop. Change the subject. Correct? Chapter change. Similarly, when your mind is getting vitiated, choose some other subject. So then what happens? Automatically mind will follow that. Mind is like, follower. It will keep on following. So then that is one method. For advanced, practitioners, if you are able to mind the mind, that means what? Sit down and observe the mind, what the mind is doing. When you start observing the mind disappears. So advanced techniques of managing the mind. So do that. All these things will help you win over the bad desires. Let the good desires. Clear, no? So Bhagavan has given a solution, and that comes from AtmaGnanam. AtmaGnanam says very clearly, happiness is not anything. So when happiness is not there, will you go? Today will you go and ask for a tricycle? Anybody? G.V. Kumar? Satish Avare? 3 chakra cycle keltira? One day we are asking for that. I don't know what children ask now. I don't have experience. Whatever you will still buy for them, but you will not have any interest, right? Similarly, it was enticing at one point in time. When you know it is no longer valuable, automatically your mind and intellect rejects it. Similarly, when you know the world doesn't have much value, simply mind won't go there. Clear? Simple formula. Very practical or not? Solution is practical. Implementation is difficult. Let's see how to implement as you. That's why. இங்கே புரிஞ்சிருந்தா அர்ஜுனனுக்கு சுந்தரமாமா கீதையே க்ளோஸ் ஆயிருக்கும். Other 15 chapters have not been there. So thank God Arjuna didn't get jnanam. Sometimes we should thank Arjuna. Arjuna said, I understood everything. Bhagavan, let us fight in the wonderful other 15 chapters. So many wonderful shlokas would not have come. He's studying 13 chapters. How nice it is. So now, and of course, you know the meaning of Om Tat Sat. I explained in the last 2 chapters. It is nothing but this is the end of the 3rd chapter called Karma Yoga, which is in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is the essence of all the Upanishads. Don't forget, Upanishad Su, and which deals with Brahmagnanam, Brahmavidya. Periva has kept a wonderful name for a satsangam. I think 2002-03 le vacha. Periva. Na Ramesh Venkateshan sir. Brahmavidya and Berocha. So Brahmavidyayam. Okay. And Yoga Shastre. Yoga here doesn't standing upside down. Sirasana, Padmasana, Kurmasana, Mayurasana, adala enilla. That's separate madbodu olledu health. Here yoga means the practices that one needs to follow, the karma yoga, how to tame the mind. That's called Yoga Shastre. And how is it? I will say the best way to learn is in dialogue with the teacher. Wonderful book. Ingeri Swamigal. Sri Chandrasekhara Bharati Swamigal வந்து dialogue with the guru ஒரு புத்தகம் போட்டாங்க 30 years back. கடைசியா நம்ம புக் எடுத்து படிங்க. Beautiful. The question answer மாதிரி wonderfully it has been scripted nicely. Dialogue with the guru. You should engage in discussion with the guru, discover the Atman. So Krishna Arjuna Samvade. Samvadana enna? It is a wonderful discussion. That relationship you should build with the teacher. The teacher is there to teach, but you have the right approach to ask. You remember in the first chapter and the beginning of second chapter, did Krishna give any advice? No, Madhu Harish, did he give any advice? He was simply smiling. Prahasanniva Bharata. Why? Arjuna's attitude was not right. He thought he knows everything. In fact, he was advising Krishna. Correct? You see, Krishna should know, quit the battle, go back. He was advising Krishna. So Krishna was silent. So Guru will advise only when the Shishya surrenders to the Guru and says, please teach me. Don't forget, what is the statement? Shishyasteham shadhimam kvam prapannam. Don't forget that. Te Shishyaham. I am your disciple. I am completely surrendering to you. Please teach me. That discipline, that particular humility should come. Arrogance should park somewhere when you come to Guru. Krishna Nammade. What? Karma Yoga Nama. It is chapter Karma Yoga. 𝐒𝐫𝐢 third chapter, you all know this. So by Bhagavan's grace, I finish the third chapter. Padavibhaga Anvaya for this shloka. Evam buddhehe param buddhva samstabhya. One word. Samstabhya. Then what? Atmanam. Atmana. Pathingla? 13 chapter Atmanam Atmana vandha. Here also Atmanam Atmana. So homework for all of you. Atman Shabda, you all should put Vibhakti. Linga Vajana put it in the 3/7 formula. Ekavachana, Dvivachana, Bhuvachana, Prasamadu Saptami, Sambodhana put it by heart. Atman Shabda, Nakaranta Linga, Atman Shabda. So Atmanam Atmana. Samstabhya Atmanam Atmana. Jahi Shatrum. Mahabaho, hey Mahabaho, Sambodhana Vibhakti. Kamarupam Durasadam. But in the letter, other than one small breakage of words in Sanskrit, there is no other breakage. Words. Now, what is Anvaya? Mahabaho, hey Mahabaho. Evam Buddhva Param Buddhehe Samstabhya Atmanam Atmana Jahi Durasadam Shatrum. Qualification. Durasadam is qualification for Shatrum. Durasadam Shatrum Kamarupam. You know, you got no? Udakar are able to slowly follow? Slowly. Now, book is going to come now. You take that book, it's in English also given, Sanskrit given, so use that slowly, learn. And by the time you come to 5th, 6th chapter, you'll be very comfortable. I'm telling you. Jagannath Gupta-ji, 80+ year old person is example. Doing wonderful Bhagavad Gita. No, he's in the class, you can see. Jagannath Gupta-ji is coming in a formula class in life. Okay? Now, what is the meaning? He Mahabaho, he Arjuna. Evam Buddhva, Evam Atmanam. Write down. Evam is equal to Atmanam. So, this knowing, thus knowing this self or the Atma Tattvam. Buddhva means knowing. It is called the present continuous tense. Another. It is a continuous term. Knowing. Always should be alive in the mind. It is not that today I am AtmaGnani, tomorrow you cannot be AtmaGnani. You understand what I am saying? Then you got clarity. Tomorrow, what is Atman? It should not be like that. So, knowing. Now, Bhagavan says, knowing that we are not always in the mind. My Swamiji used to say one good example. Do you forget your name at any point in time? Now, Padmini Kaushik. If you say Padmini, you look at. Correct, nah? Because you know your name Even when you get up, even sleeping or somebody calls aloud, you wake up. Similarly, more than your name, you should know I am the Atman. Who knows oneself as Atman more comfortably than their name, he is going to be established in AtmaGnanam. One of the shloka is there. Understand, no? So, knowing the Atman, Param Buddhehe, previous shloka Bhagavan has told, the Atman is superior to the intellect. Param means greater than, beyond. Buddhehe, the intellect. Samsthabhya Atmanam. Samstabhyana, steadying. Making it stable. Okay. Samstabhya Atmanam. Here Atma means the mind. I told you, no? Can somebody write down? Atma can mean the mind, can mean the intellect, no, can mean the Shuddha Chaitanyam depending on context. Fundamental meaning in Atma ke? Atma means I. So I sometimes am the mind, sometimes am the body, sometimes intellect, sometimes Shuddha Chaitanyam. Here Atmanam is mind. Samstabhya Atmanam means studying the mind. You cannot study the Atman. Can you study the Atma? Can you study the Brahma Tattva? That's steady. They say, no, please be steady. You cannot, that is the state, always steady. So, here Atmanam is the mind, studying the mind. By what? Atmana, with the mind. So, use the higher mind, write down, bracket. The second, Atmana is your higher mind. I told you in the last class, Susamskrita Manobuddhihi, the mind that is sanctified by Shraddha Bhakti to Guru, Shastram, Bhagavan, studying the scriptures continuously, discipline, everyday discipline, unfortunately. Are you not hungry every day? My mommy used to tell a joke. One person was having a nice lunch, sumptuous lunch, 4-course meal. When he was about to finish that, very nice lunch I had, my stomach is full. What is the snacks for the evening, please? Because he already knows that come the evening he'll need something, correct? Similarly, like you're getting hungry every day, the mind also will have its continuous wantings and variations that has been studied with the higher mind, your intellect. The higher mind is the intellect to be able to Atmana. Here the higher mind is called intellect. Then what? That intellect that has got the AtmaGnanam, because now knowing the self in Bhagavan told, Bhagavan has told know the self. Now this is the intellect which knows the Atman. So many people ask, sir, is AtmaGnanam, is it something different, sir? See, initially it is intellectual knowledge, write down. Later it becomes integrated knowledge. Initially you have to go through Shastra, study with lot of care, understand what is Atma, what is Anatma, what is Satyam, what is Mithya, all those things, the 10 commandments you study in 2nd chapter. Systematically study, slowly integrate, the information will become transformational. Then morning when you get up, what should you say? Aham Brahmasmi. Correct? That should come naturally. So, studying the lower mind, the higher mind, the intellect is got sanctified by AtmaGnanam. Jahi. Jahi means conquer. So, Bhagavan is telling, it's like beautiful simile here. The battlefield for Arjuna to conquer the Kauravas. They are advising all of us through Arjuna, you conquer the real enemy. The real enemy is what? The Kama and Krodha. Durasadam Shatrum. Qualification. Shatrum, all of you know, enemy, right? Durasadam means elusive. No, like, I say, I told you in my house a lot of rats came, very elusive. You try your level best, they will escape. Somehow you have to go and catch them. Similarly, this fellow is elusive. Desire and anger are elusive. Desire is the fundamental root. Durasadam. When I say du comes in what? It always indicates difficulty. Durasadam, very difficult. To catch hold of. Elusive. Slip, slip. So, Durasadam Shatrum, elusive enemy. And what is that? 𝐒𝐫𝐢, which is in the form of desire. Right? So I'll tell you what happened. You all know, studied Buddha, all you know, high school text still talks about Buddha. Buddha, what did he say? Desire is the root cause of all joys and sorrows altogether. So there is something greater than the Buddhi called what? Atma Tattvam. They don't know Atma Tattvam. That is the problem with the Buddhism. So, Sanatana Dharma or Vedas, Vedanta say that Atma is the ultimate. Once you know the Atman, same Buddhi will be your friend. Later Bhagavan will say, higher mind is the best friend when it works according to Dharmam and Shastram. Clear? Super clear? Now let us complete. All of you take the book. Last 5 minutes we will discuss this notes, e-book. I did up to one point, up to page number 8. I did in the last review session. So look at page number 9. Slokas, what Bhagavan is summarizing 30 to 33 and extend to 35, summarizing Karma Yoga. That portion you see. Importantly, Bhagavan has told, don't criticize my statements. Those who criticize my statement will be vanquished, ruined. So surrender to Bhagavan. And you have got the book, all of you? Can you acknowledge? This e-book I have printed. Print one, okay. And why is how nicely summary? See, suddenly you have forgotten all these things. This will remind quickly in just about 12 pages. Okay. Then what? Jnani Lakshanam treats all alike. Samam Sarveshu Bhuteshu comes also in 13th chapter. Clear? And then importantly, follow Swadharma. I told you, no, daily routine follow systematically. Surrender all action to Bhagavan. Listen to Bhagavan's teaching, Bhagavad Gita. And that's when you get Jnanam. When you get Jnanam, you move beyond likes and dislikes. It's the biggest problem. Raga Dvesham. நம்மளுக்கு ரெண்டு கண்ணு கொடுத்துருக்காரு பிசிக்கலா ஒரு ரெண்டு விஷயம் கொடுத்துருக்காரு ராகத்வேஷம் ரெண்டு கண்ணை கொடுத்துருக்காரு இல்லையா you should know how to utilize them properly, follow one swadharma, become a karma yogi. And then summarizing karma yoga, Bhagavan says what? Surrender all actions to Bhagavan. The important message. No, make sure your shraddha to Bhagavan's teaching, this Gita Shastram. Then make sure you are having a daily discipline of spiritual practices. And even if you're a wise man, be aware. Anytime this desire and krodha, beautiful picture what you see, kama and krodha are two sides of the same coin. So, two biggest enemies are kama and krodha. Their main fundamental driver is rajogunam. So, please understand they are insatiable. So the root cause for all wrong actions, kama and krodha, and kama comes from where? Where is the seat for all the kama? Indriyani mano buddhi asyadhishtana uchyate. Marakudade. Chehadri sir. Correct? It's all sitting here. Indriya manaha buddhi. But then Bhagavan, then beautifully now, you see now connect that shloka with this now. Indriyani mano buddhi with the last two shlokas. He told very clearly. The Indriyas are more powerful than sense objects. Manas is more powerful than Indriyas. Buddhi is more powerful than the Manaha. Atman is the most powerful. So direct your mind inward. Get AtmaGnanam and all it will be blown away. It will all go away. AtmaGnanam is very powerful. Write down one wonderful mantra from 𝐒𝐫𝐢 Atmana vindate viryam. Vijayendra 𝐒𝐫𝐢. So how you connect Upanishad mantra to all these shlokas? How do we say Atma is very powerful? Nah. I don't. Can somebody go and catch that mantra? Atmana vindate viryam. Subramanian sir. AtmaGnanam is Atma Balam. Tremendous power it gives you. AtmaGnanam. Atmana vindate viryam. Viryam is liya. Ravi Viryam means what? Strength. Vidyaya vindate amrutam. So when you get that knowledge, you get Amrutatvam. Keram 2-4, correct. Keram. So, Pratibodha Vijitam Matam. Amrutatvam vindate. Atmana vindate viryam. Correct? Very good. That is the mantra. I'll take 𝐒𝐫𝐢. Very nice mantras are there. In fact, the first 15 mantras of 𝐒𝐫𝐢 are mind-boggling. Very nice. We'll take it up sometime. So, with this Bhagavan's grace, we are able to understand how to use the intellect to know the Atman. And use the Atman to get rid of kama and krodha, the problem of desire and anger. The solution is the power of intellect. See the 41, 43, what is the heading that has been put? Solution is intellect, intellect, intellect. You have to use the intellect right way. Then what? Nothing can bother you. Please understand, whether it is problems in the world or even spirituality, correct? When you are having office problem, or any problem of your society problem, family problem, what is going to come to your aid? Vyasaneshu dhanam matihi. Sundar Vike Solom, correct? Vyasaneshu dhanam matihi. When there is problem, The intellect or the knowledge is the best friend. Invest on knowledge. I keep saying, invest on knowledge, learning right things. Any time you get, study, 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 study. And the Purti Shloka, Bhagavan told what is the essence of this third chapter. Clear now? Clear now? So now, you want to quickly summarize the entire third chapter for 5 minutes, then we can start the fourth chapter. We'll start the fourth chapter itself. Okay, all of you then go and download the fourth chapter. Okay, what is the breakout of the, it's all given in a textbook, right? In your e-book it is given, no? So what is the, go to page number 2. Please go to page number 2. Okay, Shlokas 1 and 2. How did the third chapter begin? Arjuna's confusion, correct? Which path to take? Karma yoga or jnana yoga? There are 2 paths you told me. Now you see, now when you start revising this way, you will be able to master the third chapter very easily. So what did Bhagavan say? Loke sindhuvidha nishtha pura prokta mayanagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. There are 2 paths, my dear Arjuna. One is called karma yoga, one is called jnana yoga. Broad answer was given from 3rd to 8th chapter, 8th shloka. 9 to 16 shloka, karma yoga and karma yoga is yajna. Do you remember? A cycle of yajna was explained beautifully, and from 9 to 16, karma yoga and yajna was explained the cosmic interdependence. Anna bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajna bhavati parjanyaha yajna karma samudbhavaha karma brahmatvo vidhi. All those things shloka you should remember. Then 17 to 19, Jnani is viewpoint of karma and karma yoga. Now the question will come, should Jnani do karma or not? Will Jnani do karma or not? Jnani will do karma depending on the prarabdha. So a person can be silent or be doing karma. So and what is the viewpoint we explained, and then what happened? Why do Jnani perform action? Can somebody answer this question here itself? Nah, why do Jnani perform actions? For lokakshemartham. And then second point is their example to everybody. Please understand. Correct. Oh, I'm very happy. All of you are following this. Very nice. Getting an example. Are you able to understand now? Example. Other people further say very good. Correct. And then Bhagavan then summarized the Karma Yoga 30 shlokas in 3 shlokas, and he gave some solution, intermittent solution in 34, 35, and 36 to 40 is the root cause for all the wrong actions, and finally 40 to 43 is solution. And what is the solution? All of you should know the answer. What is the final solution, final frontier? We say no. What is the final? AtmaGnanam. Very good, Lakshmi Ramu. Knowing the Atman is the ultimate. Now let us start the 4th chapter with our pranams to our acharyas and Bhagavan. And let's start this. Okay. Come, let's stand the first shloka. अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता चतुर्थोऽध्यायः ज्ञान कर्म संन्यास योगः। श्री भगवानुवाच इमं विवस्वते योगं प्रोक्तवानहमव्ययम् विवस्वान्मनवे प्राह मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्।
ओम अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता ज्ञान कर्म संन्यास योगः चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच इमं विवस्वते योगं प्रोक्तवानहमव्ययम् विवस्वान्मनवे प्राह मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्।
Very nice. Let's all chant together. श्री भगवानुवाच इमं विवस्वते योगं प्रोक्तवानहमव्ययम् विवस्वान्मनवे प्राह मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. See, in this chapter, at the end of the 3rd chapter, who made the statement? Bhagavan only made. No other Atman. Correct? Arjuna is bemused. Once again, Bhagavan says AtmaGnanam. Is he going to say something new? Something new to learn is what Arjuna was thinking. So Bhagavan begins the 4th chapter. Bhagavan is able to read our mind, read Arjuna's mind. He says, my dear Arjuna, I am not inventing anything new here. Beautiful shloka, very nice chapter. This chapter is called as Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yogaha. Write down. Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yogaha means, please understand, the entire Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan doesn't give permission to Arjuna for taking sannyasam. Here Arjuna wanted to run away, right? Similarly, when you have got problems in life, you say, let me quit the world and go away. That is not the solution. There is a way to solve all the problems. And how do you solve the problems, Riya madam? By Jnanam. Through AtmaGnanam, one can give up all the karmas. Yana Subramaniam. Bhagavan doesn't allow you to give up karma. You see, very subtle difference. You have to do karma, but you have to give up the effects of karma. What is the positive and negative of karma? When you do karma, you will get result. When you do good actions, you will get good results. And when you do bad actions, bad results will come. But what is the negative aspect of karma? It will come out attached to you. When you get good karmas attaching to you, N.K. Venkataraman sir, good karma vandu podamen solran. What does it do? Punyam also makes you come again and again to enjoy. Purinjukongo. Nariya panam sambaacha enna pannom selavadikkanum. Correct ah? Selavu panna poi na paapathula maattinduvom. Correct ah? We'll go on a world tour. Inga poi maattinduvom aprom. So please understand, even when you get punyam, it is dangerous. So once you get jnanam, now understand this, Kiran Goparaju. Once you get jnana, why is it jnana yogi or jnani greater than karma yogis? Million times greater than karma yogi, because karma yogi is still ajnani. Chandrasekhar Vishwanathan, karma yogi still has not got jnanam, he is still attached. He knows that the results are attaching him, but he is giving up to Bhagavan. Says, let me give my action results to Bhagavan. But AtmaGnani has gone to the level where he knows that I am not acting at all. Na karta na bhokta. So by jnanam, this jnani gives up the karma. Write down. By jnanam, when you give up karma, it is called jnana karma sannyasa. Are you getting the point? What people take in the official, what you see in the world, they take sannyasi items only. That is called karma sannyasam. What do? They have the shikha and 𝐒𝐫𝐢. You've seen some ceremonies, right? They go into the river, and when they come up, they remove the shikha and 𝐒𝐫𝐢 and they become sannyasi. Correct? Karma tyagam nu peru. Puriyada? Na karmana na prajayadhane na solran illiya. By giving up karma again, people take to sannyasam. Bhagavan solrar, adella kashtapadadappa. Enna? Nee family ode iru. Now you can go to US, you can go anywhere. But enna pananum? Get jnanam. Because see, I'll tell you something wonderful. Without getting jnanam, there is no value for sannyasam. Theriyuma ungalku? So, jnanas, see, sannyasasya bhushanam jnanam. If you don't get jnanam, sannyasam has no value. Counterpoint solrar acharyal, konjam careful irungo. Without getting sannyasam, jnanam has no value. Romba kashtam adha appo solran. Okay? So, both have got a conjunction. So, Bhagavan is saying very clearly that you get AtmaGnanam and give up the effect. You are understanding, no? What are the positive and other aspect of karma? You will give up all your actions. Yoga means chapter. So Bhagavan says, this particular yoga has not been invented by me. There is a Guru Parampara for this. In the beginning, Narayanam Padma Bhubam Vasishtham Shaktincha Tatputra Parasharancha. The shloka is there. All of you, please make I put it in the room during the Chaturmasyam. The website was there. You all copy that shloka? Guru Parampara shloka. So Bhagavan says, I taught this immortal yoga to Vivaswan. Who is Vivaswan? Surya Bhagavan. Jnanis. Okay. Then the Vivaswan taught to Manu, and Manu taught to Ikshvaku. What is Ikshvaku? Ikshvaku Vamsham is Surya Vamsham. Surya Vamsham padam bagadinga. Inna Ramesh Venkateshan. Surya Vamsham Sri Ramachandra Prabhu Surya Vamsham per. Purida? Krishna Ramachandra Chandra Vamsham. Surya Chandra. Purida? We'll stop here. We have got the workshop now. So all of you are participating. Tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, India will go to the 13th chapter and also complete the morning schedule, and we'll take it up from there. Vamshi is getting ready. First time Vamshi is wearing spectacles. I have never seen him wearing spectacles. Very nice. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsat. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta Sanmangalani Bhaktya. So fourth chapter e-book is available. All of you please download it and be ready. Tomorrow you come for the Thursday morning India class. Hari Om Tat Narayana. Okay.